Our last speaker for the evening is an incredible musician and founder of the True School of Music here in Mumbai. He personally has composed the music for 10 movies and over 3,000 television commercials. He's also a founding partner of Blue Frog, a venue for live music and what I can personally tell you is one of the best music scenes in the city. He has turned his passion for creating music into a career and shows us what it can look like to help others in discovering their own musical talents. Please help me give a warm welcome to Mr. Ashutosh.
Hi guys, how are you doing? That was an amazing maker thing. It was fantastic to hear you guys, talking about failure. I thought that's beautiful. That generation is actually now embracing it. And okay, 10 seconds, 11 seconds, I gotta keep track of the clock. My name's Ashu. I'm a composer, producer. I've been in the music business for the last 20 odd years, and I've kind of been entrenched in the thick of it, and I've experienced quite a bit. And I was today going to talk about a bunch of things, but I decided to change what I was going to talk about. I'm going to actually talk about my failures, since that's the pet topic right now. But when Shabi actually asked me to come and talk at TEDx, I was like so excited. I was like, man, there's an opportunity. What all can I say? I can do lots of things. I've got so many things I want to talk about. So I made this big presentation. This whole thing, it was going to go through, how we grew up and what our programming was and how we have to deprogram ourselves to become who we really are, and then we have to find happiness, and then how kids are happy and how we are not happy when we're choosing to be kids. So we should be kids and we should not be afraid of falling down. And then I realized, then I saw Ken Robinson and I saw all these different YouTube videos, and like, wow, fantastic. I made this 18-minute long thing, and I just looked at this and I said, whoa, wait a second. Am I trying to be too clever again here now? Am I forgetting who I am? And that's when I decided that my first failure is going to be my failure to create a clever speech. So I failed. So I canned this whole thing, and I decided that today I'm just going to come and talk about really my failures. That's going to come up a little later. When I was a kid, I'm just going to give you a few stories. When I was a kid, I was born in the 80s. Not born in the 80s, I was raised in the 80s. 80s was what? Gordon Gekko, Ayn Rand, money, power, Wall Street. That's all that we wanted to do. So, and I was a musician too at the same time. So I had a band, but I never was going to take it seriously. So I decided to go to Wharton Business School to become an investment banker. I ended up also studying some music, came back to Bombay, and started doing a whole bunch of businesses. So I did some random stuff. We started selling aircraft testing equipment, and finally, this was me and my band when I didn't take it seriously. And then finally, I ended up selling nebulizers. So we discovered that life-saving equipment had no duty, so we could import that really cheap and sell it at a big profit. So I had long hair, and I was in the punk rock band, but I was selling nebulizers. I used to go around like a door-to-door salesman, and I was really bad at it. It was disgusting. I didn't sell any nebulizers. We ended up having parties with nebulizers, where we were putting them all over the place. There was a gin nebulizer, a vodka nebulizer, a rum nebulizer. So it just did not work for me at all. Sorry, one second. So at that point in time, I was kind of bored, so we had to do other stuff. And there's a friend of ours who had this music production, a film production company, and so we used to go and earn $500 to be extras at film sets. And we had nothing to do. We just used to hang around and just chill there. And at that point in time, when I was making music, and I saw this music jingle thing, and I was like, hey man, maybe I can do a jingle. Let me try this thing. Maybe there's something there. So I got one. I did one. And I remember doing my first jingle. I earned 6,000 rupees, and that went to getting my first dog. That is very important, because later on in the story you'll hear about it. His name is Calvin. And one thing led to another. All of a sudden, I was making music. All of a sudden, I was that composer. And in 6 months, I had my own recording studio. In 2 years, I had probably done over a couple of thousand commercials. So I was really going at it. It was great. And at that point of time, I realized that I was kind of getting bored. So we have to try something else now. And as, sorry. Sorry, Sheena's telling me about my presentation. Okay, this is when I was a musician. At that point in time, I realized, hello? What happens here in India is that the natural path of a composer is to be a Bollywood composer. You have to end up there. So we said, let's do this. This is what I want to do, because this is what's going to be the best thing ever to happen. So sorry. So I decided to do this. But what was unnatural for me was Bollywood. I didn't come from that culture, but I had to kind of pretend that I did. And I did one movie called Bombay Boys, and then I got a lot of recognition for that, and did the round. So literally, I went and met like David Dhawan, Salman Khan, and all, and it was ridiculous, the stories. I went to meet David Dhawan once, I tell this story. David Dhawan, this big Bollywood comedy director. I was sitting there, and he showed me an LD. It was those times of LDs. He said, this is our next movie, some Rock Hudson film that they wanted to copy. And Salman Khan was standing over there, and I had to go show him my demo. So Salman called me over, and I walked into the other room, and it's a gym. And the guy's working out, and I'm playing my demo to him. And I'm like, man, this is unreal. This is unreal. And at that point in time, we also did something really silly. I did one of the most embarrassing things in my life. I went on a TV talk show, which was Movers and Shakers at that time. I don't know if you guys know about that. It was like the equivalent of Leno over here. And I was just entering the whole Bollywood thing, and I wanted to project myself as this ace Bollywood director. I'm going to be Rahman, I'm going to be bigger than Rahman. So they asked me, what are your inspirations? And I was like, 1948, that song from that film by that composer, that's the source of my inspiration. I got the song wrong, the composer wrong, and the film wrong on national television. and over here, I'm thinking, okay, something's going wrong here. I'm not gonna make this Bollywood thing. I think it might not work out, but still let me try. I composed music for about 2-3 films. Terrible. It was neither here nor there. I was trying to make other people happy, and I wasn't happy. And I said, screw this. I'm not going to be able to do this. Massive failure for me, because now what to do? Where else am I going to go with this in my journey? So instead of thinking vertically, I started thinking horizontally. I said, okay, you know what? Let's now not just think about me. Let's get more people like me around. And so we decided to create one of the first music production companies in India, where we got different composers to come on board. And then all of a sudden, we had this panel of guys who were there, like-minded people who were doing the same thing, and it was just beautiful. It was fantastic. All of a sudden, my Bollywood thing went away, and I got distracted. And this was my company. It was called Smoke Music Productions. We had about 4 composers, and we were doing it. And then as I got into this whole process, when you stop thinking about yourself and you start looking at everything around you, you start looking at why everything around you is right or why everything around you is wrong, that's when I realized that there was no structure in this whole business. There was nothing there. Every composer, it was like little mama and papa shops, okay? Everyone's wife was their accountant and manager. There was no system of copyrights, no system of royalties. There was nothing in place over here. There was no union. There was nothing. There was no solidarity. So because I was dealing with all these guys and I saw all their issues, I said, you know what? I have another idea. Let's start a new company. Let's start this big company of every composer in one company. And it's not a union, it's a for-profit company where we're going to really control how this whole industry and this whole business is going to work for the next few generations, next 10 generations. So that's a good idea. Okay, sorry, I'm just messing up. This is me and my Smoke Music Productions. Okay, here we go. So this is the Music Composers Corporation. We were actually doing this, and it was fabulous, because I went and met all the heads, the top guys, and we started having these big meetings and discussions about how to change this whole business, how to change this industry. We are the leaders. We know how we can affect the change, because they had no recourse to the law for anything. So we would have our own legal teams, we'll have our own offices, we have a back-end production setup. Everyone was like, yeah, man, let's do this. This is really good. It's really going to save us. People were like crying to me. They're like, thank you so much for helping us out. Thank you. I wasn't doing any charity. I was just doing something really cool. But I was also going to be profitable in this. And I even told them, you guys decide how much I own in this, because I'm not doing this just for me. I'm doing this for all you guys. So I said, yeah, let's do it. So we went and got a place. There's a place in Lower Parel. We got this big warehouse where we were going to set up 6, 8 recording studios. I got a bunch of people, friends involved who were going to invest. And then we had needed some money, so I went off to Singapore to raise some money. Now, I'm a musician. I'm not a businessman, and I've never had, at that point, I'd never even done a presentation. You can tell how bad I am at doing it. So I went to Singapore, and I was thrust into a boardroom with jeans and T-shirt with a bunch of money guys in suits and saying, guys, I have an idea. In India, we want to form this company where you all can participate in, and you will have equity in this company. I learned that new word. And you can come and make lots of money from us, but I just don't know how to do it. Can you just give us some advice and give us some cash? So they're like, okay, done. I don't know how I did it, but about 1.5 hours later, after that meeting, I had like $1 million commitment in my pocket as a signing amount. Came back to Bombay, ecstatic. I said, guys, big meeting. Let's all get together. I got a good surprise for you guys, man. I nailed it. I've got it. I've got the cash. We can start our company. Now, there's one hiccup. The hiccup was, if you're part of this company, you had to give 15% of your income to support the company. But I had proven to them that through the company, you can earn 300% more. Valid, facts, everything was done. When it came down to signing, not one composer signed. Not one person signed. And when these guys had committed everything to me, I was shattered. This massive composer corporation, failure. Just did not work out. But I had the place. I had a space which I had committed to on my own. So I was stuck with this place. And that one night, I remember going to I'll get to that, my then investor into this company. We were at the terrace, on his terrace, and I was drowning my sorrows in some Jack Daniels. and I was like, man, what do we do? What do I do now? What do I do with this? And Mahesh said at that point in time, how big is that place that you got? I said, it's about 6,000 square feet. Oh, you want to start a nightclub? I was like, whoa, that's cool. That's a great idea. That was the birth of Blue Frog. And that's where Blue Frog is right now. So we just converted. That was the birth of Blue Frog. And that was probably one of the most successful things that I think I've been a part of as far as a venture, but it completely came from one of the most amazing failures. And Blue Frog then became symbolic of music in this country, which was great, but we were not just happy with the nightclub. We wanted to do lots more things at that point in time. So we decided to start up Blue Frog Records, a record label, signed up the first artists. In an age when all the record labels were dying, we were cocky enough to say that we can do it anyway because we just started this Blue Frog. We're going to be able to do it. We started a record label. We started a Blue Frog Artist Management Company to manage all the artists that we're doing. There's no formalized management system over here. We started the Blue Frog Studios all over there. Now, in my opinion, this is my opinion. Now, I'm not. My partners might have their own opinion, but this is my opinion on how this thing translated. Is that the purity of what we started with Blue Frog was the space, the performance space, and then we kind of did add a lot of other things. These things failed. So even within this company, where we are having a very successful time, this thing failed. And at that point in time, I started thinking about, man, I've gone through this whole journey, and I kind of know a lot about what not to do in this country. And let's kind of put this information together and tell people about it and teach people about it. And while all this stuff was happening, Nitin Chandy, my current partner, came to me with an idea. He said, let's start a school. I said, okay, wow, let's start a music school. This was always my dream, to start a music academy. And in fact, right now, what it seems like is the culmination of all the failures and successes that actually made even the curriculum of this school. So we've actually stitched a lot of it into the reality of what's going to happen to the musicians when they come through this school. And that's when we started the True School of Music, which was, last September, we launched the whole school. I don't know where it's going to go. We just started it. We're very excited about it. We may have little failures here and there within the school, but I'm very happy to embrace it. And yeah, that's my story of most of my failures. And I got one more story to tell you. One last story. You remember that dog, Calvin, that I got from my first paycheck? This is Calvin's grandson, Frodo, who lives with me. And I got a call from someone saying, and I wanted to get Frodo a buddy because he was living alone at home. And he doesn't have a mate. And I wanted to get an abandoned breed, like a breed, like a lab or a Doberman that's been abandoned. So I got a call saying, there's an abandoned Doberman puppy in Kalina. Can you go pick him up? So I go to Kalina. I see a puppy. I pick him up. Call my vet saying that I'm bringing my Doberman puppy there. Can you check him out? So vet sees him. He says, okay, this dog's okay, but where's your Doberman puppy? I said, this is it. He said, you mad? This is a mutt from the road. So I just failed at collecting my Doberman puppy, and his name is Magic, and he's been a big source of happiness for me ever since. And also, just so that he doesn't feel bad, I've got another dog called Scruffy, so you guys can see him. Okay, and that's the key. If I look back at what all I've done and why things have failed and things haven't succeeded, I think there's only one thing that really works, is honesty and truth to yourself, to what you want to be and what you want to do. I don't want to preach, but this is really the stuff that works. I mean, when a record label tells a band to construct a song for a certain market, most of the time that doesn't work. When the band is being honest with themselves, that's when it works. And I think this is the core of what we should always stand for. And now I'm going to sing a song. This song is called Fix Me. It's kind of my theme, because every time I get broken, I sing this song. And I want you guys to sing along. Can you guys sing 2 words? Fix me. Fix me. All right. Very profound lyrics of this song. I got strange thoughts in my head. I got a strange girl in my bed. I got a strange tongue in my mouth. I feel strange outside. Turn me inside out. Take me out to the ball game and let me play outside, so I can shed my fears, I can shed my tears, shed my skin, show you what I'm not, show you what I got. Hey, can you fix me? Oh, can you fix me? Oh, can you fix me? Oh, can you fix me? I got strange holes in my soul. I got strange ideas and they're out of control. I got strange juice in my vein. I got strange plans building in my brain. Take me out to the ball game and let me play outside. I'm a yokel who's a local and who's out of control. I got an alien in my soul. I don't know what I'm not, I don't know what I got. Can you fix me? Or can you fix me? Or can you fix me? Or can you fix me? Will you guys sing along? Whenever I sing Fix Me? Will ya? Wait, take me out to the ball game and let me pick one side. I can shed my fears, I can shed my tears, shed my skin, show you what I'm not, show you what I got. Hey, can you fix me? Yeah, louder. Can you fix me? One more time. Can you fix me? Louder. Can you fix me? One more time. Can you? Thank you very much.